at all, so your ask it. It's not like Madden where you could just... It's different. Just like playing nickel corner is different than playing one of the boundary corners. If you're looking for a true complement to CIDD Lamb, I, I don't believe that's Burton. Unless you're going to tell me Luther Burton is going to play on the outside. I don't see that. And that's why, even with a Mecca Yuka, it's tough to do that. I think this would put Dallas in a very interesting spot. I think the best wide receiver fit for the Dallas Cowboys is 100% Matthew Golden to play on that outside, opposite of CD Lamb. It's just a stylistic fit. Can they go James Pierce? They need an edge defender with Michael Parson. Sure, I think he's just as explosive. I can see James Pierce at 12. But if I'm just talking a wide receiver fit for this team, if that's the primary objective, which, very well, could be Jeanty, I would prioritize Matthew Golden in that role before I would Luther Burton. Even though I think Luther Burton can play on the outside, I think Matthew Golden is the type of guy when you look at his slot snaps versus wide. He primarily played on the outside, but he also lined up in the SL slot. Again, I'm just showing you what the numbers are. And before you know that doesn't mean he can't do it. He doesn't do it. Luther Burton, 300, 200 snaps on the outside, on the in the slot, out wide. And that's where his production came. That's where he was most productive when you leave him inside. So don't make him do that he done that he's not comfortable doing. So right here with Dallas on the clock at pick 12, I like a receiver opposite, make things easy for Dak. And again, the running back position is deep. We can get a running back in round 2. I'm taking Matthew Golden at 12 to Dallas, Miami on the clock. I talked to some scouts for the Dolphins at the airport. What do y'all need? I have a TR. I have trouble trying to rep draft for Miami. I'm hearing offensive line. I'm also hearing safety. So once you say that, the best safety in the class, Malachi Starks, it makes it an easy pick for Miami at 133. This is easy one. This is chalk. I've done this multiple mocks. This is a common pick player. Fit Tyler Warren to the Indianapolis Colts at pick 14. Atlanta on the clock at 15. I'm listening. Panthers, Falcons fans, I'm listening. Edge. I thought wide receiver was a sneaky spot. I mocked Luther Burton there, that ripped. Oh, no, we ain't taking no. Luther Burton. And now PFF has it, number 1 on the thing as their position of need. But edge defender, you got James Pierce on the board. Giant Walker is still available outside linebacker edge, sort of hybrid. These guys right here, Donovan Landon, Prince Lay, got to see him. Marr and Mobile, all of them. Damn good. So if Michael Williams and James Pierce and Jack Sawyer are better than these guys, is a hell of a class. Kyle Kennard was outstanding as well. Josiah Stubert looked good. So right here with Atlanta, this is a position of need. You want to get a guy that's going to get after the quarterback. Pressures. James Pierce, 43 of them. Bad boys last year, 8 sacks. You can take a look at Michael Williams. A lot of people, that's another, Georgia boy player fit. 15 HRI, 17, before I'm taking the experienced productive player. I think James Pierce is better than Michael Williams. So I love to see this reflected in Trevor's rankings right here. So James Pierce, you're going to Atlanta at 15, Arizona on the clock at 16, interior offensive line, D-line. I think they can go massive disruptor. I was very impressed with Ole Miss defensive tackle Walter Nolan. You still got Kenneth Grant on the board, but if you want that disruptor, the hands were undeniable. Walter Nolan's hands on the inside, so if that's what you're kind of looking for in that position, I think Nolan would be the spot. Right here at 16, with Kelvin Banks still on the board with Arizona in need of a guard and tackle can. Banks play on the outside, a lot of people seem to think he can. But then you talk to another group of scouts, said no. He's got to kick inside, but having this caliber of player on the board here at pick 16, if Arizona didn't take him, he was going to the Cincinnati Bengals at 17. But Kelvin Banks go. Protect Kyler. Keep him upright. Ball to Trey McBride. Marvin Harrison, Jr. Cincy's on the clock. Defensive line guard. Gray AEL. Great. You got Josh Simmons tackle Bengals. Fans said, we don't need a tackle. We need an interior guy. We need a guard. Gray Zell would be the pick. You've got Conley that could play outside or inside. But right here, we're going there. Daman Parson, scout from Bleacher Report, said this 2 mocks ago. Walter Nolan, while not Geno Atkins. That's a whole different animal. That's power. That's speed. That's everything. Nolan's hands were different. Deion Walker was a monster of a